We are just days away from the college football playoff, which goes down on New Year's Day. So let's do a preview of the two games. We're going to do it with Tim Murray of VSIN, who joins me now. Tim, how's it going?
It's going well. It's a great time of year. Love the bowl season, but it obviously gets that much better on New Year's Day.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get a lot better on New Year's Day. Two exciting matchups. And, Tim, let's start off with the Rose Bowl, where game number one, we have Michigan meeting number 4 Alabama. Michigan, the number 1 team. There was some thought that the Wolverines got a tough draw before having to face Bama in the semis. Are the Crimson Tide dangerous in this spot, and who do you have winning the Rose Bowl?
100% they're dangerous. This is a spot where we all saw the reactions, and I know they tried to dispel them, of the day that everything was unveiled for the college football playoff, and Michigan was anticipating facing a banged-up Florida State team where they probably would have been around a 2-touchdown favorite. And instead, they have to face what seems to be a pretty red-hot Alabama team that just took down the 2-time defending champion Georgia Bulldogs. So is Alabama dangerous? 100%. They are dangerous. And the point spread would tell you that, as Michigan is just a 1.5 point favorite, depending on which sports book that you look at. So, for me, the way that I've attacked this game as a bet, from a betting standpoint, I actually think this game is more of a slugfest, more of a low-scoring game when it comes to the final score. So under 45 was the way that I attacked it from a betting standpoint. But when it comes to who will win this game, boy, I've heard so many great opinions from both sides, digging in on both angles as well. Push comes to shove, I'm going to have to roll with the Tide here in this one ever so slightly in what will be, no doubt, a phenomenal Rose Bowl on New Year's Day.
All right, rolling with the Tide. You like the under 45 in that one. It seems like a pretty good play there, but rolling with the Tide. We will see how that one plays out. Now, the nightcap, that features number 2 Washington. They will battle number 3 Texas. That'll be in the Sugar Bowl. The Longhorns, they lost to the Huskies last season in the Alamo Bowl. Do you like Texas to get revenge here, or will Washington extend its winning streak to 21 games?
Yeah, Washington has been a remarkable story, right? They beat Oregon as an underdog in the Pac-12 championship, and there was a lot of assuming that Washington would fall to Oregon when they were sitting as a 9.5 point underdog, believe it or not, despite being undefeated and beating Oregon earlier in the year. But Kalen DeBoer's squad came out, and they were the better team. There's no doubt here in Las Vegas about a month ago. And now you get an opportunity to go up against Texas. Texas is a team that, you look at the talent that was on the roster, and they were expected to win the Big 12. But for Texas, history has proven that they have kind of underachieved year after year. Not the case this year. They go out, they win the Big 12 despite losing a regular season game to Oklahoma. They finished the season on a high note, destroying Texas Tech by 50 in the regular season finale, and then in the conference championship winning by 3 touchdowns. So, look, you've seen this point spread move a little bit towards Washington, understandably so. Washington has been a team that has kind of defied the Vegas odds, right? They were an underdog against Oregon State in a monsoon in Corvallis. They won that game 22-20. As mentioned, they were an underdog against Oregon there. But I'm going to go hook 'em horns here. I think Texas does get that revenge, and I think they take care of business. I think it sets up for, as I'm looking at it, a Texas-Alabama showdown in the national championship.
All right, going with the 2 lower seeds here in the semifinals. So that brings me to the next question here. Of the 4 teams standing right now, who do you believe is the best team? And you will have Texas and you'll have Alabama. Who do you think will be crowned national champion on January 8th?
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of this playoff is this, in my opinion, is the best playoff we've ever seen from a competitive standpoint. We don't have any big-time spreads. I mean, you look at the biggest spread right now that we have is, Washington being a 3.5, 4-point underdog. I mean, in recent years, we've seen double digits. And at Florida State, I know their fans are frustrated and upset for going undefeated, but if Florida State were to be here, we would have a 2-touchdown spread in one of these semifinals. So from a competitive standpoint, I think this is the first time, maybe ever, maybe since the first year when Ohio State as the 4 seed went on to win it with a 3rd-string quarterback in Cardale Jones and Ezekiel Elliott. I think this is the most competitive from top to bottom. I'm going to go with Alabama here. It's not that big of an upset pick, but they are a slight dog in the Rose Bowl. This is a team that after they beat LSU in the middle of the season, I thought they had an opportunity to run the table and maybe win a championship. All teams issues. This is not by any stretch the best Alabama team we've ever seen, but I will take Alabama to emerge as the national champion in just a couple weeks.
Roll Tide roll. Tim Murray there picking Bama as the 4 seed in this college football playoff to win it all. We will see how it all shakes out. 2 games going down on New Year's Day. National champion will be crowned on January 8th. Tim Murray of VSIN, he will be all over it as he normally is. Tim, thank you for the analysis. Good luck with the bets, and we will talk soon.
Appreciate it.